Hello, my name is Keisha Washington, and I am the founder of Divination Pathways here on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Okay, so today I want to talk about. I'm trying to do all the clear and telepathic things. So right now I'm be talking about clairsentient. No, clairaudient. Yes, clairaudient. Alrighty. Well, we know that clairaudient is when you hear guidance either from your angels, your ancestors, or your guidance from your angels, your ancestors. You hear ringing, you hear music very strongly, you hear sounds as well. Okay. Now, when I was, I know I was born. Oh, well, let me backtrack a little bit. When I was born knowing everything. Not everything, but I had an awareness of a lot of things. I had clairaudience. I had I was clairvoyant. So I saw a lot of things, and I knew a lot of things. I was clearly empathic as well. All right, so I was born knowing these things. I didn't understand what it was. I know that felt very uncomfortable a lot, but with a lot of situations, because I was so clear sentient, All right, so I'll talk about clear sentient later on. All right, so I was talking to my daughter, and I was going over all of the clairs and telepathy, all this other stuff, and mediumship, everything. And I said, well, clear clear audience. Let me think. I said, I don't think I really had an experience about a clear audience. And then I could remember when I was 14 years old. I had a dream, and I woke up and I said, oh my goodness. All right, so when I was 14 years old, my mother and I don't really have a good relationship because of her drinking. And I can remember my stepfather and her got divorced. And let me see, I was 14, so at that time I was experimenting with a lot of things. Um, the hardest I ever went was cigarettes, okay? Okay. And anyway, my my aunt had saw me one day wearing makeup. And back then I was 14, so I couldn't wear makeup. Okay. So um, when I wore the makeup, my aunt my aunt had called my mother. My mother got off the phone and she started being really upset with me, and she started grabbing all my stuff. And then when she found my makeup, she had found that I also had cigarettes in my purse. Now at the time, my mother had divorced my ex stepfather, and she's got involved with another guy. Um, I have all, she had got involved with another guy really quickly. Okay, and um, he wasn't a nice person, and he told me and my brother that he's gonna get rid of us for some reason. I guess because he wanted all the focus to be on him. Okay. Anyway, so he didn't like me, and that's fine because I saw right through him. Anyway, so my mother was very upset with me, and she found my cigarettes, and she started beating on me. Really, really bad, and pulling my hair out, um, which I had a lot of hair, and my eyes were bruised, everything was bruised, and all because I had cigarettes and makeup. Okay, now that's not a normal reaction to most parents, but it was a normal reaction to her. She's very abusive. Anyway, so she threw me out the house, and it was winter time. It was like around February at the time. Yeah, and all I had was my t-shirt on, my night shirt on, and no shoes. So she threw me out the house, and I stood there, and I'm trying to figure out how am I gonna get my how am I going to get back into the house? And a voice, it wasn't a voice, it was an inner voice, a dialogue said, "Go to your friend's house." And I was like, "What? I have any shoes on." And my girlfriend, who LaWanda, lived right across the street from me. And I said, okay, I just went there, I just did whatever that guy said. And I went there and I knocked on the door and she wasn't home. But her sister was there, which was another Scorpio like me. And she said, well, I said, well, she said, oh my God, are you okay? You have my shoes on. I said, can I borrow your shoes? I have to go. I don't know where I'm going. I have to go. And then as I put she gave me a coat and some shoes. And as I put my shoes on, the voice said, keep going to the police department. The police department was like about half a mile from my house. So I said, okay. I live in Stanford, by the way, Connecticut. And so I I went there, and then I told them, what happened. They checked me out. They checked out all my wounds. They took pictures of all my wounds and my hair, my patch of hair messed up. My eye was swollen, it was black and blue. It was black. It was really swollen. I mean, I'm very dark, but it was swollen. And so what happened was they had called a social worker to come in, and the social worker took me back to my house. And they said, well, we're dropping Keisha off. And my mother was like having a fit. She was like, I don't want that bitch back in my house, all this other stuff, and whatever. They said, well, can she have some clothes? And she said, no, I'm not giving that bitch nothing. I said, okay. So I just sat. I was in the police the police car, and they came back. They said, well, your mother doesn't want you back home, but we will bring you to a teenage youth shelter in Greenwich, which is like away from my house. I live in Stanford, and Greenwich is like 3 towns over. Okay, so come to find out, even though I survived the whole deal, what I did was, because I was in Greenwich Youth Shelter, I went on to have therapy, and then I went to college. And in the meantime, my mother was hooked on drugs, big time. So my house got raided, okay, at that time. My brother left at the time. He wasn't there at the time, but he was gone at the time. My house got raided, okay? And that was guidance from the angels, from my ancestors, getting me out of a situation that was very abusive towards me, very abusive. And because I couldn't control my mother's abusive ways, I couldn't control it at all, and it was like endless, constant abuse for her. Unbelievable, So this is what guidance has done for me. I thought about it. My daughter said, I don't know any situations where I was guided, inner guidance in that way. I'm clairvoyant, very, very, very clairvoyant, and everything else. But I said I couldn't figure out where am I clairaudient at, and that was my experience of being a clairaudient. And so clairaudient is guidance, Father, from the angels, um, sound, hearing sounds. I'm very good with music as well. I can't play an instrument verbatim, but I can't hear. It's the strangest thing. Like, I love Anita Baker. Oh my God, she's like my heart. I love Anita Baker, and I love music. And I could dip into music and hear a person's emotions. Whether that's how I know if a person is a real good singer, because I can hear their pain. I can hear if this is some bullshit, like they don't really want to sing this song, whatever. I can hear all of that. So I'm very good with hearing. I love music. So I'm good. I mean, you could clairaudient does not only, it's not about hearing guidance from angels or ancestors. It's clairaudient from my experience is I'm good with hearing, and I also can hear when my cats are in distress for whatever it may be. I'm very sensitive about my cats because I do own a cat. His name is Dharma. He's awesome. He's annoying, but you know, whatever. Yeah, so that's my experience of being clairaudient. And I'm going to share my experiences when it comes to all of the psychic phenomenon that I know that I can share with you. All right, they'll be personal. I mean, I will talk about, you know, my instances and how it can relate to you as well. Alrighty. Well, I hope everybody have a wonderful, spectacular day, and also please subscribe to my channel. And I will have all my information down below. And if you want a reading, I'm pretty good. I'm clairvoyant, clear everything. So, and if you need meeting, I don't really mess with mediumship, but I do sometimes. But okay, um, just contact me for love readings, career readings, whatever it may be, whatever the situation is, contact me. All my information will be down below. And so will my information about joining my group, Divine Pathways, and Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Alrighty? Oh, and I also have a newsletter, which is very cool. I work very, very hard. I really want to spread the word that black people of African descent has these abilities and not be stuck on this is witchcraft because it's not. It's our God given abilities that God gave to us to help navigate the world, you know? And we have, okay, I'm not going to go into it. All right, thank you that much. Take care. Bye bye.